Hello, let's take a look at Wuwei Mansion Guard. They are the newest unit at the Dragonrise season, and they see a lot of play because they are actually pretty strong. I would say they are very glass cannon-ish because they did tons of damage, but if you shoot them or something like that, they die very quickly. Wuwei have two skills. The first one is the stab, which reduces defenses of enemies and knocks them back. And the second one is the swing, which also knocks back enemies and deals tons of damage. They get some CC immunity during the swing, and in theory it has reduced damage against heroes, but they still die very quickly. You can use the second skill only after the first one. Like when you use the first one, you have 3 seconds to use it, and then it deactivates. First skill has a very low cooldown, and when you kill enemies it gets reduced. So if you do the big rotation, you can basically reset it and go again and reset repeat. That's why they are very strong against units which they can quickly kill and not die in the process, because you not only just burst them down in 2 seconds, you also heal up a lot. So basically you can go like that indefinitely unless something stops you. For example, some heavy shields which will just don't die to the rotation. It's worth mentioning that both skills have CC. It's a knockback which applies to units and to heroes, and as a knockback it can interrupt skills, so it can be very annoying. Let's take a look at their traits because they are pretty important. The living for battle is basically the healing. With each basic and skill they heal up for 5% of maximum health, which is pretty good. They also have a buff after using the skills. Their attack speed is increased and they get multi-hit. In the base form without the buff they don't have any multi-hit, they are just hitting one target. But after using the skill, their basic attacks can hit up to 3 targets and they attack pretty quickly. And the last one is targeted strike. It says that they have increased block break against buckler units. I didn't really check it because they have a lot of block break even against tower shields, so just keep in mind that they kill shields pretty easily. As for the Veterancy, the lines are pretty similar because a lot of nodes are just the same, for example movement speed, cooldown reduction, but the main differences is that on the bottom line they get increased healing from the passive, and on the top line they have increased damage from the swing, and the last nodes on the top line they get bleed on the first skill, and on the bottom line they get double damage against charging unit with the swing. I would say that it's pretty bad because you have to time it exactly while you are getting charged, which I don't think is very reliable, so I don't think the bottom line is very good. I mean, the healing is nice, but they heal a lot. They also have a unique doctrine which gives them additional 10% healing on their second skill, so I don't think this 300 HP is really making a difference. There is also a possibility to go for the mix because you can get both of these cooldown reduction nodes. I mean, you get only 1 second less, but I found that sometimes it's all you need to just keep cycling the skill. I didn't play that much with them with this setup, so I'm not sure, but it's worth considering that it's also a valid option. And also then you get the both movement speed nodes and they are pretty speedy with that. They are the special units, so they don't have access to many doctrines, but the combat doctrine, or the paradox as it's called on the frontier, is a must-have for them. I went with the combat doctrine, the toughness, to tank the initial burst and then the damage, and of course the healing doctrine. Maybe I'm not sure if the damage is really worth it, or it would be better to go for the defenses, but I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, to be honest. Yeah, that would be it for the quick overview on Wuwei Mansion Guards. They are pretty squishy, so you don't want to like face check everything and die immediately, because the longer you survive, the more rotations you can do. They have pretty long range, so you can stay back behind some ISGs or things like that and just deal damage. I think the Palace Guards and the Grey Hairs are pretty good against them, because if you have the block with the CC immunity, then you cannot be block broken, so you cannot die. And if you don't kill any units with Wuwei, then you don't reset skills, and if you don't have this skill rotation, then they are pretty weak and they die very quickly. So yeah, basically you have to put something which can just tank them and they are stopped. Also cavalry kills them pretty quickly because they don't have anything against cavalry and they are pretty squishy. Okay, in summary, Wuwei are very strong, but there are some counters to them, which is always good. I hope you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching and see you next time.